Imagine stepping into a world where architecture feels alive.
Where colors dance in the sunlight and buildings seem to grow straight out of nature.
We were lucky enough to visit Barcelona and explore the most interesting and beautiful architecture in the world.
These places aren't just landmarks, they're gateways into the mind of a genius.
And trust us, if you're looking for a trip full of wonder and inspiration, this is it.
So who was Antoni Gaudí, and how did he create designs so extraordinary that they still amaze us over a century later?
Gaudí isn't just an architect. He was a visionary. He believed that nature is his greatest teacher, and his designs reflect that.
From the flowing lines of rivers to the spiral patterns in shells, every detail in his work is inspired by the natural world.
Gaudí's work wasn't only about beauty. His deep faith influenced everything he did.
He wanted his architecture to bring people closer to God by celebrating the wonder of creation.
That's why his buildings feel so alive. Stop mouthing my words. That's why his buildings feel so alive, like they're part of nature, not separate from it.
Today, Gaudí's work is inseparable from Barcelona itself. He shaped the city's identity as a hub of creativity and wonder. It's hard to imagine Barcelona without him.
When we arrived in Park Güell, it felt like we've entered a fairy tale. But this park wasn't always meant to be just a park. It started as a bold idea for a new kind of neighborhood.
Back in 1900, Gaudí and his patron Eusebi Güell had a grand plan to build a luxury housing community that was surrounded by nature and art. But the project didn't go as planned. Only 2 houses were ever built and the idea never took off. Lucky for us, it became a public park in 1926.
The main entrance is truly a sight to behold. One of the most unique features is the Casa La Guarda, which means guardhouse, near the entrance.
These 2 whimsical buildings covered in colorful tiles flank both sides of the entrance to the neighborhood.
They look like something straight out of a storybook.
Past the Casa La Guarda is the famous dragon staircase, guarded by El Draco, the mosaic salamander. This symbol of protection sets the tone for the whimsical world ahead.
Then you step into the hippo-style room with its towering columns 20 feet tall and 4 feet wide.
So this is the hippo-style hall. Yeah, it was supposed to be their marketplace. It's right underneath the Greek theater. So those big, massive columns are supporting the huge space above. So as you can see, those are like bits of plates up there. You know, trash made into beauty, art. Gaudí designed it to be a marketplace for the neighborhood. Those massive pillars support the iconic Greek theater above, boasting the most iconic view of Barcelona below. Make sure you get a picture from here in between the 2 guardhouses. This might be a bit of a challenge, but well worth it. So this is the Greek theater. This is where you will find the most iconic view of Barcelona right there. And as you can see, there's just a line of people wanting to take a picture in between the 2 guardhouses with the view of the city in the background.
Yes, the iconic
That's the iconic view. So those are the guardhouses right there.
Also known as the Nature Square, a massive open terrace with a winding mosaic bench. Sitting here, we can see all of Barcelona stretched out in front of us. A view you absolutely can't miss.
Here you'll find the iconic serpentine bench, which was inspired, of course, by snakes. This quite relaxing and comfortable bench outlines the Greek theater and is covered in Gaudí's signature mosaic style. Gaudí's mosaic style, called trencadís, uses broken tiles, glass, and other materials to create colorful and uneven patterns. He loved recycling old throwaway pieces and making designs that felt natural with bright, textured surfaces that are fun and full of life. And this is the serpentine bench.
What was it? Like it helps you relax or something?
Yeah, he designed it to be like very ergonomic. And it's also a rainwater cap system.
Yeah.
And that's that signature mosaic style, which is super cool. Those are probably like bits of plates and mugs.
The bench also works as a rainwater catch system. The water would be stored and used in the neighborhood. Other attractions in the park include the Gaudi House Museum.
And the laundry room portico, which showcases Gaudi's signature inverted arch that is extremely strong and resembles a wave in the ocean. Tubular. So this is one of the two houses that were built. That one is a house that was built by Gaudi for Gaudi. So this was supposed to be his own house right there.
Are you tired of bringing so many clothes when you gotta travel? Well, then you've got to check out Western Rise. They make super high quality clothing that can drastically reduce the amount of stuff that you need to pack for a trip. I got their Divergent Pant Classic and Meta Shell. Let me tell you, I absolutely love these pants. They're made out of a high-tech material specially developed by Western Rise. It's made to be extremely strong and durable, be able to withstand all your outdoor and tactical adventures. It's water and stain repellent, keeping you looking good and staying dry all the way to your destination and back. It's also breathable, quick drying, soft, and best of all, odor resistant. These pants have a versatile design that can go all the way from the adventure trail to the board meeting, no problem. Just put on a dress shirt and you're business casual all day. You could easily get away with one pair of pants for your whole trip. The Metashell jacket is lightweight and temperature regulating. Best of all, it packs into its own fanny pack when the day gets warmer, with zippered pockets to keep those pesky pickpockets away. So you can go ahead and stay dry, smell good, look good, pack light with Western Rise clothing. Get a huge 15% discount from Family Day Off. Link is in the description.
This jaw-dropping wonder of architecture has been in the making for over 140 years.
Yep, you heard that right. It's still under construction.
But what makes this Roman Catholic basilica so fascinating is not just its towering beauty, but the stories behind it. Yeah, it's arriving there, and when you get there, it's massive, first of all. So that gets you. And then the design is definitely unique right from there. So that's the nativity facade from the outside. We still haven't gotten in yet.
But what's so cool about this is that it's like a mix of ancient style or Gothic style with like modern part of the building there if you go to the other side.
If you're gonna go there with little kids, there's a special entrance for little kids. Make sure you find that one because a lot less people in the line and it goes a lot smoother with your strollers.
Actually, it was so easy to find because it's right there.
Every spire, every detail tells a story. There's an incredible amount of details in this building. And like I said in previous videos, the architecture in Spain is on a whole nother level. Antoni Gaudí is by far the godfather of Spanish architecture, and the Sagrada Familia is definitely his masterpiece. The Sagrada Familia's construction began way back in 1882, and while it's still not finished after 140 years, there's so much to take in.
That's why we recommend getting a tour. There are too many details in this heavenly building. It would be a shame to miss any of them. So when we went there, they were finishing up the last spire. The builders are estimating that the Sagrada Familia will be completed sometime in 2026.
Right, so that's the nativity facade. And it just shows Jesus' life throughout all the stories in the Bible. They're all acted out through sculptures right there, which is really, really cool. We put a lot of symbolisms of nature there. All these trees, like the columns, they're palm trees, and then fruit everywhere. Signifies nature rejoicing with Jesus' birth. The sculptures include the Annunciation, the Visitation, and the Adoration of the Magi.
Very good. Gaudi incorporated detailed carvings of animals, plants, and natural elements to symbolize creation and life.
I really love how the facade tells Jesus' story in 3D. It's quite awe-inspiring.
You can watch all the videos and see all the pictures, but nothing can prepare you for when you step inside this heavenly building.
You step inside into what can only be described as what a forest in heaven would look like. I don't care who you are, this building will take your breath away.
So perfect for you. The first thing that got me was the natural lighting that was coming through the stained glass window. It just bathed the entire space in brilliant colors, creating a serene, almost dreamlike atmosphere.
These massive columns are designed to look like trees branching out at the top to hold up the roof, almost like you're standing in a forest.
In Spain, I feel like everything is just so enchanting, like we're in Lord of the Rings or something.
Especially this building. This is straight out of like Middle Earth. This is like, you know what? Middle Earth, I don't know, maybe the elves.
Yeah, the elves.
The elves in Middle Earth.
Yes, exactly.
This is
Gaudi believed that nature and faith were deeply connected, and he reflected that in every element of this design.
Even the light from the lighting fixtures in the ceilings look like sunlight peeking through a forest canopy. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, and those pillars, they definitely feel like gigantic trees.
Yes, it is, right? Again, you need to get a guide because every square foot of this massive complex is dripping with symbolism and meaning. But we were able to visit the different rooms they are currently using as workshops and design studios,
where we got a behind-the-scenes look at the ongoing construction of the most beautiful building on Earth.
The official exit of the cathedral is called the Passion Facade. It is much more austere and angular.
It represents the suffering and death of Jesus Christ. It was completed in the late 20th century with modern architects. This is the Passion Facade. Showcases the passion of Jesus when he tortured, crucified, and died for all our sins.
So this part was made years after, right?
Yeah, it was designed by another artist.
Fun fact, Gaudi chose to focus on one of the facade, which is the Nativity facade, because he knew that he wouldn't be able to finish this within his lifetime. Unlike the Nativity facade, the sculptures are minimalist and harsh,
symbolizing the brutality of Christ's sacrifice for us all.
Again, you're going to need a guide to find out all the sculptures and their significance in the life of Jesus.
So that's the Judas kissing Jesus right there.
Oh.
Yeah, and just like scenes of going and carrying the cross and being crucified. My favorite part, next to the kiss of Judas, is the magic square. Add up the rows and columns, and you always get 33. Jesus' age when he died.
The newest one is the Glory facade, which is currently under construction.
We hope this video makes your family trip to the Sagrada Familia a stress-free and fun experience. If you've got any tips of your own, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to read them. Click on this video for more of our adventures in Spain. Click the like button if you've reached this far into the video. Subscribe for more Family Day Off. Ciao!